Mrs. McLeod, why are you going to be fishing today?
Well, purposely to feed our children. For one thing, our husbands are in jail, and we have no means of support to feed them from day to day. We live from day to day on our fishery basis.
Are you saying that these fish that you catch then are only for your own consumption?
For our own use.
They're not for sale, is that correct?
Well, use is rather an ambiguous word if you look it up in the dictionary.
But, I mean from a commercial standpoint. Do you eat them yourselves, or do you plan to sell them, or what?
Well, we will be eating some of them, I imagine. If we catch any amount, perhaps we will sell them.
Is it your hope that you'll go to jail in a situation like this to demonstrate?
No, it's not my hope to go to jail. I don't think anybody cares for the idea of going to jail, but if we have to, we'll have to.
Why do you want to fish this particular stretch of river than, say, up on the reservation?
Because there's already numerous fishermen up on the reservation, and there's no place for our husbands or for ourselves to fish up there. The sets are all taken, and there's only 1 mile of reservation waters, and the Fort Lewis will not allow you to set on their side. These sets are already owned by people who have had them for years, so there's no room to fish.
How long has your husband or other relatives been fishing on this particular part of the river?
Well, my husband's father had fished here all of his life, and I imagine his father before him.
Now, the game department people argue that you don't practice conservation so far as the steelhead particularly are concerned.
We've always had conservation laws on this river. Our chum salmon run at the same time that the steelhead run, and we've always lifted the nets on the weekend. We're only allowed 2 nets per person. They cannot exceed over 1/3 of the river stream, and it's impossible to block the river. So we've always had conservation practices. We've planted this river, in fact, with chum salmon. We've tried to work along with the fisheries, but there's just no working along with them. They just want us off of the river altogether.
Do you think there's any solution to this?
Yes, I do. I really do. I think the federal government, if they tried to develop our fisheries, they could bring up the standard of the Indians living here, and it would just solve the problem all around. We've tried to get a fish hatchery here for 2 or 3 years now. We've worked with the federal government in trying to get one, but we haven't got one, as you can see.
Okay.